when we had last left our apprentice sorcerer, champion of Azura, and possible dragonborn, Nerethor. He helped Anam-La get to the bottom of who had been murdering her companions. And lo and behold, it was none other than the leader of her mercenary group, Dalamai. We helped her end his life, end his plot. And now we are back at the College of Winterhold to continue our magical training and return the books and see if we can't do a little bit of research on the nature of dragons. Let's get to it. This is going to be an episode with a lot of reading, a lot of talking, probably not a lot of action. So if that's not something you're interested in, feel free to, I don't blame you if you want to skip this one, but maybe this is something that you can just have on in the background, I did dismiss Berlina because we don't really need her around for what we're about to do. I figure Berlina has her own studies that she probably wants to return to, so best to let her off the hook for a bit so she can do her own thing. The music volume does seem a little bit low. Let me see about turning it back up for you guys. There we go. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay. Let me go. So, I think for now what we should do is go ahead and return the books, heading the books. I was asked to find books that may have information about the object discovered in Sarthal, and travel to Felglow Keep to retrieve them from Orthorn, a former apprentice at the college. I found the books and now need to see them returned to the college. Okay, I am back. I had to enter a quick little text message. I probably didn't have to answer it. It's not like it was high priority, but I don't know. My ADHD will not let me just ignore it, unfortunately. I'm gonna put my phone on vibrate instead. All right. Ooh, we're all studying the orb.
The Archmage.
God, you guys are such...
It must be powerful.
We don't know that. We don't even know what it is. Where is Arin anyway?
In his quarters with that Thalmor on Kano. Something urgent, it sounded like.
All right, that's enough. Let's return to our business, please.
Huh. So he finally got the relic back. Hey there, Orug.
This better be good.
Can you possibly help Jazargo?
Oh, Jazargo needs help with something. Okay, well, we'll check in with him soon. Here are the books that went missing, by the way.
Well, well. And you seem to be in one piece.
I am indeed.
Thank you. I'll look these over and inform Mirabelle if I find anything relevant. Night of Tears, eh? I remember this one. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you read it yourself?
I did, actually.
If I recall it correctly, that has some interesting implications. You should mention that to Toldir. And here. I suppose you've earned these.
Ooh, nice. Got some more. Got some new books to read. Awesome. So, what do you think about that discovery from Sarthal?
Did you read Night of Tears by Draenor Seleth? Old book, one I'd forgotten about. He proposed that the real reason Sarthal was fought over by the elves and the Nords was because something was unearthed there. Something arcane, very old, very powerful. This orb. It might be what the book was about.
Certainly seems like it. Interesting. Am I allowed to check out books from the Arcanium, by the way?
You need a book? You talk to me. Otherwise you're going to find yourself in a lot of pain.
Understood.
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand?
Yes, I understand. Although I do expect that I'll need books for research pretty often, truth be told.
I don't care if you wrote it yourself. If you want a book from here, you go through me.
Very well. Speaking of books, what have you
Please
got?
make sure your hands are clean before touching anything, all right?
Does he have anything on dragons? I did kind of look up books that are specifically about dragons before this episode, but has been a little bit. Not seeing anything in his inventory.
All right, then.
Well, I guess we do have to speak to... I'm not in a rush to speak to Tolfdir, but... Like I said, we are trying to continue our magical education. So I will speak to Tolfdir for the sake of seeing if he has any... Looking at his alteration spells, because I want... Nerethor is concerned about dragon breaths. Fire, ice, and all that. So I think we should probably try to get some of those magical resistance spells.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
So do you have any idea what this orb is?
These things take time. We must be cautious.
I agree.
Don't you remember what I told you? About how not being able to control magic could destroy you? Who knows what we're going to find?
You have a point there. What makes you think it's dangerous, though?
It's clearly magical in nature, but like nothing I've ever seen before. We're involved in serious research here. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
Fair enough, but we don't even know what to call this thing yet.
I'm calling it the Eye of Magnus for now.
Huh.
But this is exciting, isn't it? We're in the midst of groundbreaking research.
It is pretty
Whatever
exciting.
this is, this discovery will make history one day.
Might be right about that. For now, I am interested in what you have for sale.
Take a look.
What spells you might have for me. Oh, wow. You got a stronger flesh spell. Some pretty good stuff here. But for now, I want Fire Shell, Shock Shell, and Poison Shell. And I'll study those in my own time. Earthfire, your warmth is increased by 50. Oh wow, that's cool actually. Blink allows the caster to rapidly traverse mid-sized distances. Whoa. That is cool. That is really cool. Okay, he's got a lot of cool stuff. About to be for another time out. Whoa, holy shit. Who's casting that spell? God damn. I need to go see who's casting that spell. What was that? That was fucking Jazargo. Jazargo. Hey, you said you needed help.
I hear you found some thing in Sartor, and that the Archmage believed it important. It must be powerful. What does it do?
Well, we're kind of in the middle of researching that. Do you have any opinions?
Jazargo cannot say. But this thing from Sartor, you think it could help make Jazargo a powerful mage?
I mean, I think we need to know more first. Could be dangerous.
Jazargo sees what you are up to. Very well. But Jazargo will become a powerful mage. Of this there is no doubt.
I'm sure you will. Jazargo,
It is difficult to admit, but Jazargo could still use some help.
you mentioned that earlier. What is it that you need help with exactly?
Jazargo has seen that Tolfdir likes you. You must be very skilled with magic, yes? Jazargo is working hard, but cannot do it alone. Can you help with this?
What kind of help do you need exactly?
Jazargo has worked hard on learning new spells, trying new things. This will make Jazargo stand out as a mage. But Jazargo works so hard, there is no time to test these new spells. If you help with the testing, this will make learning easier. Jazargo will give you scrolls. You will use them and report the results. This is a good plan, no? You tell Jazargo when you are ready.
Sure, I'll help. Hand the scrolls over to me.
Ha, you can resist, can you? Let's see. This one, I think. Jazargo has designed it to be an excellent flame cloak, with a twist.
With that twist.
It is especially potent against the undead, and should burn them to a crisp in no time. Jazargo gives you plenty of these scrolls, so you try them and return when you can say whether they work.
Alright. Can do. So why did you travel so far from elsewhere to learn magic,
Skyrim could not be more different from elsewhere, but magic, Magic is the same no matter where you go. Jazargo will go wherever he can to learn more.
Very pragmatic perspective.
Jazargo awaits word of how well his scrolls work.
Well, you may be waiting a while, but I will keep that in mind. Okay, so I think the next thing we should do is head up to the Arcanium and see if we can find any books that discuss dragons. Obviously, Urag doesn't have any for sale, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have them. So we should kind of take a look around and see what we can find. Find the key to the private collection in the Hall of Attainment. Ooh! This means that we are now technically an adept here at the college, I think. It's down there, really? I don't have anything else clicked on? No, would appear not. All right, it's over there. Nice, so that means that we're technically an adept sorcerer. So now I can change the intro a little bit, aside from mentioning that we are a possible dragonborn. Because that wasn't enough, obviously. So in addition to studying those magical resistance spells, I also want to take a look at those expert level destructions. I don't know if those are, well, the high level destruction spells that we got from that cave all those episodes ago, back in the last act, back in the previous act. Okay, we'll follow the thing here. Just through here. Okay, we'll head. Okay, then. Ah. Aha. Private collection access. Hang on a second. As an erudite. Nice. Hell yeah, erudite sorcerer. Excellent. As an erudite of the college, you have the privilege of accessing the private collection. These books are precious. You may read them, but they are not to be taken from their places. All of the books that you have recovered from me can be found there. Heck yes. This is awesome news. Ah, yes, our second home. I still gotta get rid of that goat head. Actually, you know what? There, it's gone now. It can no longer scare the shit out of me. Perfect. Yes, our home away from the tower. Very nice. All right, let's check out this private collection, shall we? Erudite sorcerer. Sorcerer erudite? Erudite sorcerer? Something like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. 12:09 p.m. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, is that Feralda? That is Feralda. Hey, you.
I can't wait to see who succeeds Mirabelle. I've no doubt she'll be promoted to Archmage at some point.
Say, since I've caught you, is there anyone at the college who can instruct me in the voice?
Unfortunately, I doubt it. It's been so long since we've had any contact with the Greybeards, but they may be able to help you.
Interesting. What have you got? Let's see here. Oh, wow. You don't have anything for sale right now? I must have got her during her off hours.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, well, we'll do that. We'll worry about that later, I suppose. And there's Berlina doing her thing. Berlina's doing her own research, I'd imagine. Got her own stuff to worry about. It's good that we let her. Good to see you too, Berlina. All right, let's check out the Arcanium. Okay. I don't want to steal from the bookcases. That's for sure. Hey, Finnis.
That incident in Morthal was just a misunderstanding, no matter what the guards claim.
So, has anyone here ever seen anything like the orb we found in Sarthal?
Projects are underway to discern the origin and nature of the college's recent find in Sarthal. Any and all theories are currently being considered. Those with ideas should please speak with Mirabelle.
Urag seems rather protective of the Arcanium, doesn't he?
Indeed. Urag has asked me to remind everyone to please return materials borrowed from the Arcanium in the same condition as you received them. If this is impossible due to misuse or accident, Urag recommends finding a replacement copy to deliver to the Arcanium.
Recommends. And if I don't?
Suit yourself. But failure to do so will result in paying, in Urag's words, a blood price. I did not ask him to elaborate on that point.
Nah, that is fair. What have you got for sale?
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Of course. Conjure Warlock. Storm Atronach. Mark and Recall. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Alright, these are some things to think about. I wish we had more money.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Ready to get moving?
No. We have to do some things. We need to carefully think about what we want to spend our money on. That much is certain.
Hello, friend.
Hi, Brelina. It's good to see you. We do need to carefully consider what we want to spend our money on. That much is certain. Can't just spend our money willy-nilly. These are not bookcases I can examine. Very sad. Legend of Red Eagle. Miss of Sheogorath. Fall from Glory. Summer Inquiries. Definitely don't want to steal from an office cabinet. Who are you?
Yes.
Eleanor. Oh. So do you work here in the library?
I'm Mr. Groshub's apprentice. While I've been trained in the library arts, at the moment, my duties are rather limited.
Why is that?
There isn't much that Master can't handle already. I'm more of an understudy, someone who takes over if and when he retires. Which, at this rate, will be anywhere between someday and never.
Huh. You don't think you'll ever be a librarian?
No, and it's not an exaggeration. I know Master Groshub looks old, well, because he is. Way too old for an orc. The rumor around here is that he's immortal, as in, he measures time by the era. Which means, unless I start a competing library, I'm stuck being an apprentice forever.
Or at least until you die. Careful what you say. You might miss him when he's gone.
Not really. He's not the friendliest teacher. I respect him, but I wouldn't exactly miss him if he were to, you know, step on a frost rune.
So what are your responsibilities as an apprentice, precisely?
Recently, I've been tasked with updating the college dictionary, which is a thankless but important job. Dictionaries are critical tools for preserving language, and they allow future generations to communicate with their ancestors.
Isn't a dictionary more or less static?
Not necessarily. Master says spoken language is a living, breathing organism, always evolving and shedding old skin. In contrast, the written word is both living and dead. It's filled with babies and grandparents. My job is to introduce you to them.
Interesting. Well, we'll leave you to it then.
All right, then.
And you get back to looking around for more dragon books. Alduin is real. Alduin is real. Interesting motif there. Let's give it a read. Alduin is real, and he ent Akatosh by Thromgar Ironhead, proud Nord. As my dad used to say, Imperials are idiots. That is why I am writing this book. I ain't never wrote a book before, and I do not reckon to write one again. But sometimes a man must do what a man must do, and what I must do is set the record straight about the god called Akatosh and the dragon called Alduin. Dragon. They ain't the same thing, no matter what them Imperials might say or how they might wish it to be so. My da was never one for the gods, but my ma was. She worshipped all the divines and taught me lots of things, so I know a thing or two about Akatosh, just as much as any Imperial. I know he was the first of all the gods to take shape in the beginning place, and I know he has the shape of a dragon. My dad even told me the story of Martin Septim, and the things what happened when the gates to Oblivion opened. Septim turned into the spirit of Akatosh and killed Mehrunes Dagon. Now I don't know about you, but any dragon that fights the Prince of Destruction is okay by me. Now I hope you understand the problem. Akatosh is good. Everyone, from Nord to Imperial, knows that. But Alduin, he ain't good. He's the opposite of good. That Alduin is evil through and through. So you see, Akatosh and Alduin can't be one and the same. Growing up as a lad in Skyrim, I heard all the stories. Told to me by my da, who was told by his da, who was told by his da, and so on. And one of those stories was about Alduin. But see, he was not Akatosh. He was another dragon, and a real one at that. Akatosh is some kind of spirit dragon, I think, when he bothers to be a dragon at all, and not a god living in some kind of god place like Oblivion. But Alduin is a real dragon, with flesh and teeth and a mean streak longer than the White River. And there was a time when Alduin tried to rule over all of Skyrim with his other dragons. In the end, it took some mighty strong heroes to finally kill Alduin and be done with his whole sorry story. So I got to ask, does that sound like Akatosh to you? No, friend, no it do not. And so I, Thromgar Ironhead, to firmly say with the utmost conviction that Alduin is real and he ain't Akatosh. So there's a dragon called Alduin. And some people think that Alduin and Akatosh are one and the same. But this author thinks that they're separate. And that this Alduin, once upon a time, tried to conquer Skyrim with other dragons. Very strange. There might be truth to what he says. You can look past the grammar. Yellow Book of Riddles. Pirate King of the Ebetian.
They say knowledge is its own reward.
This is true. The Madmen of the Reach. Got a bunch of books here. The Dragon War. The Dragon War. Well, now that's something worth reading. There's someone that's been here. Amongst the Draugr. The Great War. Boethius Glory. The Dragon War. That's definitely something worth reading. By Torhall Bjoric. I take a sip of my drink here. We're a bit hungry. In the Merithic era, when Ysgramor first set foot on Tamriel, his people brought with them a faith that worshipped animal gods. Certain scholars believe these primitive people actually worshipped the divines as we know them, just in the form of these totem animals. They deified the hawk, wolf, snake, moth, owl, whale, bear, fox, and the dragon. Every now and then you can stumble across the broken stone totems in the farther reaches of Skyrim. Foremost among all animals was the dragon. In the ancient Nordic tongue, it was dragon. Occasionally the term dovra is used, but the language or derivation of that is not known. Using either name was forbidden to all except the dragon priests. Grand temples were built to honor the dragons and appease them. Many of them survive today as ancient ruins haunted by Draugr, an undead dragon priests. Dragons, being dragons, embrace their role as god kings over men. After all, were they not fashioned in Akatosh's own image? And here, Narathor thinks it's interesting that, yes, Akatosh is a dragon god, and these dragons are somehow resemble him. Akatosh, of course, existing before dragons, being a great spirit. Were they not superior in every way to the hordes of small, soft creatures that worshipped them? For dragons, power equals truth. They had the power, so therefore it must be truth. Dragons granted small amounts of power to the dragon priests in exchange for absolute obedience. In turn, the dragon priests ruled men as equals to the kings. Dragons, of course, could not be bothered with actually ruling. In Atmora, where Ysgramor and his people came from, the dragon priests demanded tribute, and set down laws and codes of living that kept peace between dragons and men. In Tamriel, they were not nearly as benevolent. It's unclear if this was due to an ambitious dragon priest or a particular dragon, or a series of weak kings. Whatever the cause, the dragon priests began to rule with an iron fist, making virtual slaves of the rest of the population. When the populace rebelled, the dragon priests retaliated. When the dragon priests could not collect the tribute or control the masses, the dragon's response was swift and brutal. So it was the Dragon War began. At first, men died by the thousands. The ancient texts reveal that a few dragons took the side of men. Why they did this is not known. The priests of the Nine Divines claim it was Akatosh himself that intervened. From these dragons, men learned magics to use against dragons. The tide began to turn, and dragons began to die too. The war was long and bloody. The dragon priests were overthrown, and dragons were slaughtered in large numbers. The surviving dragons scattered, choosing to live in remote places away from men. The dragon cult itself adapted and survived. They built the dragon mounds, entombing the remains of dragons that fell in the war. They believed that one day the dragons would rise again and reward the faithful. Okay. So once upon a time, dragons basically ruled Skyrim. That's what Narathor has learned here. Men rebelled, and so they somehow learned certain magics to defeat the dragons. What that magic is unclear. Perhaps it was the voice, perhaps it was the Thum, perhaps it was something else. It's not clear from this book. Oranyo's research notes. Don't know what that is.
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
See, are any other books of note that have to do with dragons? I'll look over here. Kolb and the Dragon. An adventure for Nord boys. Oh. This is not at all what Narathor is looking for. Let's keep looking. Book of the Dragonborn. We've read that. Oblivion Crisis. That could be an interesting read, but for another time. Brief History of the Empire. Chance's Folly. Brief History of the Empire. Olaf and the Dragon. That's something that we need to reread, but we're not going to do that right now, I don't think. Looking for new books. Uh-huh. Well, we were given access to a restricted-ish section of the library. Let's see if we can... if there's anything interesting in there that we can look at that has to do with dragons. Am I missing something? Did I go past it? Adam Laws in tow, good. Bit hungry, bit tired, but I can wait. Ah, here we go. Private collection. Wonderful. 16 Chords of Madness. Azadal's Descent. Something else entirely. Can we add to this? It seems like we can. 5 Songs of King Wolfhearth. Deathbrand. Accounting of the Scrolls of Boethia's Glory, Boethia's Proving, Boethia. Ooh. That is interesting. That's definitely something up our alley, but not right now. No. No. Read that. Nerevar Moon and Star. Again, something that is definitely up our alley, but not right now. The Guardian and the Traitor. Huh. Okay. Well, obviously we learned that dragons had once upon a
I think the
time
college is due for a change in
ruled
leadership.
over Skyrim in some sense. There was a whole religious order devoted to them, which I think kind of tracks with what Nerethor had gathered from carvings in the ancient ruins. That definitely tracks. And that there seems to be, there is definitively a connection with Akatosh. That much is clear. There is some kind of, they were made in Akatosh's image in some sense, and that there was a dragon who some people seem to think is more or less identical to Akatosh, but there is some debate over that.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Don't worry, I respect Restoration. My dad loved Restoration. But anyway, so Nerethor has already learned quite a bit, but he's certain that he could probably learn more. Does answer some of his questions, but not all of them. Perhaps obviously enough. So, for now, he's gonna sit down and let all that digest. But what we really need to do, first of all, eat something. We're pretty darn hungry. Use our telekinetic plate. Wonderful. Let's actually, I do want to study those alteration tomes, but for now, let's poke in here. No, this is not where I put them. Where did I put those advanced destruction spells? Not here. Not here. Where did I put them? Not here. Ah. Yes. Here we go. We started learning it, I guess, sort of, kind of, but not really. So we're definitely going to... We need some more high-powered spells in order to deal with these dragons, I think. 18 hours. Woof. Okay, let's do 6 hours for now. We are peckish and tired. What time is it? 11:38 p.m. Well, let's have a little bite to eat. A little bit of dinner here. Have a rest. We'll check in with some other apprentices. If we're to learn more spells, we're gonna need more money. Which means going on more adventures. Obviously. You dreamt of yourself at a desk, eyes fixed on a tome filled with strange symbols that swam before your eyes. Heedless of comprehension, you continued at the task, though the book seemed to grow larger with each page you turned. Your desire for its contents only grew with the progress, for each page's symbols spiraled into new mutations upon the next page. Stream of symbols added. Which does what exactly? Enchanting skill raised by 5. Oh, interesting. Let's see if we can't cook anything.
It's a fine day with you around.
Oh, thanks, Berlina. It's nice to see you too. Cannot cook anything because I don't know. Probably because I don't have any salt. Okay, well, that's fine. Can I do any disenchanting? I'm not sure what I just picked up. What have I got on me? Not much. Well, that's fine. I'm pretty sure that any and all disenchanting that there was to be done, I had accomplished in between videos.
Back from Sarthal. A giant egg filled with dwarves. Or taffy. I can't decide which.
It's probably dwarves. You there.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
What do you think about this orb from Sarthal, huh?
Well, certainly nothing that would benefit my research. But it's ancient. That much we know for sure.
Is there any college business I can assist with?
You mean the official sort of business? Well, no. No, not really. But I can't help but notice that you're doing quite well for yourself. Rising through the ranks and all.
Ah, thank you.
It may not be official, but there is a project I've been working on.
Okay.
I wonder if perhaps you could assist with it.
Perhaps. What can you tell me about this project?
Yes. No, I don't think so. Not at this point. It's just that, well, I'm not even really sure it's going to amount to anything just yet. All theoretical right now, you understand? But the implications are quite intriguing, I think. I simply need some experimental results to confirm my suspicions. Just bring me some Dwemer cogs. I need to examine them for the methods used in forging them.
I see.
10 of them should be enough for me to get a better understanding of how they were crafted. That's all I need, all right?
Okay. So we'll have to find some Dwemer ruins, I suppose. Interesting. Well then. Yeah, we've been looking for an excuse to dive into some Dwemer ruins. As for you, Onmund, how are you doing?
I need your help with something. Something private.
Oh. What's wrong?
Yes, but it needs to be kept quiet. I may have entered into an agreement with Enther. He had something I needed, so I traded him something of mine. It was a mistake, and now I want back what I gave him. It's an amulet that belonged to my family, and I never should have given it to Enther. But he won't deal with me. Talk to him. See what it'll take to get my amulet back.
I can definitely do that. In the meantime, do you have any opinions about this floating orb?
Look, we shouldn't have been disturbing Sarthal, no matter what you found down there. Our ancestors should be allowed to rest in peace.
I understand that. So what is it that you needed from Enther exactly?
It doesn't matter. It's also none of your concern. Just talk to him. See if you can convince him to give my amulet back.
Alright, I'll try my best, but why is this amulet so important to you?
I told you, it's from my family. I know they've always disapproved of what I wanted in life. To learn magic instead of becoming a farmer or a hunter. But no matter how poorly they may have treated me, they're still my family. I didn't consider that until after I made the trade.
Fair enough.
Until next time.
I understand that. Alright, well, let's go ahead and talk to Enther. Where is he? He's upstairs. Alright. We'll have a chat with him. See if we can't talk him into it.
I'm working on some very important research.
He's asleep. Well, we'll let the man sleep. I don't imagine that he'd be more amenable to talking and negotiating if we rudely wake him up, so We'll let him sleep and we'll do some studying while we wait. All right, I don't suppose he's awake. He is waking up. Anthir, I have a bone to pick with you, my friend.
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits.
I understand you have something of Onmund's. He wants it back.
Oh my, how precious. Onmund is too afraid to deal with me himself, and so he sent you. I'll make this very simple for you. All my trades are final. Onmund knew this ahead of time and went through with it anyway. So there's nothing more to be said.
What if I were to pay you for the amulet?
No, you're not understanding this. Onmund made a deal. He made that choice, and now he has to live with it. I've already made it very clear that all of my trades are final.
Well, there has to be something I can do to change your mind.
Look how persistent you are. It's charming, really. Onmund gave up the first time I said no, but not you. All right, I'll tell you a little story. Let's pretend for a moment that a certain individual was looking to acquire a particular staff. Let's also pretend that he traded some valuable items for said staff. And it was only later that it was realized that this individual might misuse such a staff. The resulting disaster would reflect quite poorly on everyone involved. Are you following me?
What's your point? Where are you going with this?
You're not very good at this, are you? Look, I traded a staff to someone and found out later that was a bad idea, so I'd like the staff back. Understand now?
So hang on a second. You're not going to let Onmund out of his trade, but you want out of yours.
It's an entirely different situation. I don't expect you to comprehend the nuances of these matters. Regardless, I'm making you a very simple offer. You get me the staff, and I give you Onmund's precious amulet. Do we have a deal?
So you want your staff back?
Yes. I thought we'd gotten past that bit already. Onmund's amulet in exchange for my staff.
Very well. I'll retrieve the staff for you.
Finally, we have an agreement. I look forward to having it back soon. The sooner the better, in fact.
Very well. So where is this staff? I assume that he marked it on my map. Oh my god. Anthir insists that Onmund sold him the amulet. Anthir insists that Onmund sold him the amulet in question. He will not go back on a trade. However, I can recover a particular staff for Anthir, he'll give me the amulet. I need to search Bloodlet Throne for the staff. Out of character, I know for a fact that this is a vampire den. And that scares me a little bit. So, we will do this in the near future, but that scares me just a tad. Have some gold leaks. All right, let's go ahead and continue our studies, our magical studies. What time is it? 1:26. Okay, let's have a seat here and eat some. Not eat. Sorry. Continue studying. Oh, only 8 more hours. All right, we'll spend the rest of the day studying this spell. We are rested and peckish. And we have learned Unbound Flames. A bit of food. All right, well then, let's have a look at Unbound Flames real fast, just to refresh ourselves. This is an expert level spell. Only costs us 14, holy shit. Cast a stream of long-distance fireballs in an arc. Impact creates a wall of fire that does 50 points of fire damage per second. Holy shit. We're gonna go to the Arcanium and test out this bad boy.
I'm working on some very important research.
Got some work to
I
do.
assure you.
We need to find some Dwemer ruins. I'm trying to think of what Nerthro might have seen in character where he'd be. So there is that one that we found over here, but I know for a fact. Where is it? Yeah, this one, but I know for a fact that this is college quest related, so we're not gonna get anything out of it. Where else have we seen Dwemer ruins? I don't know, actually. Oh, let's take that off. I don't know, truth be told. This may require some looking around. Let's enter the Hall of the Elements. Okay.
Lead on, brave traveler. Lead on.
Thank you. All right, let's do some practice. Cast it on this bad boy. Very cool. Let's dual cast it. Nice, let's look how it looks from first person. Nice. I believe we can duel with this person, this ghost. Spectral sparring partner. This ancient specter is bound to this hall, wishing only to practice his destruction magic against a willing partner. Please show him the courtesy of asking for a spar rather than simply attacking. Also, please be a good neighbor and do not spar while others are training nearby or using the laboratory. Well, we are doing it at night, so we should be fine. I would like to spar with you, Rayver.
I long to face battle again.
Oof.
Over here.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Take that, you
This was clearly a mistake. Oh, you got him. Good job. I'm gonna do that again. Wow, that is cool though. Oh, it creates a wall of fire. Ooh. Okay, very cool. Well, we also have our frost shell spell, so let's go ahead and put that on 2. Where is it? And then Unbounded Flames, I think, should be on 5 for now.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he does a lot of damage. It is a pretty cool spell, though. All right, interesting. Let's do some more studying now. Some more magical studying. And just kind of keep testing things out, I think. So, let's go ahead and learn a alteration spell. Let's learn our fire shield spell. Only 8 hours. Nice. Awesome. Bit hungry, bit tired. Eat a Horker loaf. Take a rest. Okay. Let's actually go ahead and take a seat again and learn our shock shell spell. It'll only take us 7 hours to learn. Better part of a day, but that's all right. Ooh, we are hungry. Let's have some cheese fondue. We don't need a table for that. Nice, feeling pretty good. All right, let's go. So now that we have our main shell spells, let's go ahead and do some testing. And I know it doesn't feel like a long time, but technically Narathor has spent a few days here at the college, just studying, chatting with people, and all that good stuff. So he's actually done quite a bit. All right, no one else is practicing. Good. Well, let's go ahead and favorite all of these things. For now, let's do one. Where is it? Did I not favorite it? I did. Three. Yeah, okay. See what he uses.
I long to this battle again.
This time I got him. Nice. And we'll do our old trick. There we go. Perfect. We're feeling good now. Wasn't there a wash basin here? Yes, there is. Wonderful. Refresh ourselves. Perfect. Okay. Time is at 7:10 p.m. All right. Not sure what we leveled up there, to be honest. All right. Do some more studying, shall we? I'm still thinking about those mark and recall spells. Those mark and recall spells. Maybe we should set a mark at our new sorcerer's tower. I think that'd be kind of cool. Let's see here. The next thing I think we should learn, it's kind of reaching across here, I guess. Unbounded Storms. Melee targets in melee range take 40 points of shock damage per second to health and half to magicka. Random lightning strike. The random lightning strikes deal an additional 30 damage. I really like this spell. I've used this before on other characters, and this is a really fun spell to learn. So we'll learn this one. We're not tired yet, just a little hungry. So we'll just finish learning it. Okay, now we're hungry and kind of tired. So let's eat a little something. Pretend that we put the butter on our food there. Okay. Have a rest. Just for a little bit. Arathor is on a really weird sleep schedule right now. In a dark dream, you stood on a balcony of round stone. In your hand, you held a scroll, your fingers quivering with some strange excitement. You murmured off of the scroll's magics, waved your hands with excited jitters. In a sudden burst of power, you flew off of the balcony, high into the air until you might have touched the sun. The world became tiny beneath you. At the height of your leap, it occurred to you that landing might not be so simple. Hey, a little Morrowind reference there, nice. But it left us with a bit of a nightmare. Stamina Lord by 10, oh no, what shall we ever do? We don't really need to eat, we'll be fine. Let's just go ahead and clean up a little bit. We're about to do some more
College
practice.
is a bit of an oddity in Skyrim. Magic isn't something that's looked upon fondly here.
Refresh ourselves. Okay. So let's go ahead and favorite our new spell. Which is... Where is it? Did I not learn it? I thought I had. Oh, 3 more hours. Okay, sure. Okay, now we're quite a bit more hungry. Let's have some carrot soup. Perfect. We'll favorite it. Put it on 5. There we go.
It's a fine day with you around.
Good to see you too, Berlina. All right, let's go do some more practice. I like this quite a bit. This is fun. These are spells that I've learned to that I've been meaning to learn for quite some time. Oh, Feralda's here. Feralda, do you have any other destruction spells I can learn?
I can't wait to see who succeeds, Mirabelle. Take a look.
Okay, what have you got? Supercharged sprites. Ooh. Flare Storm. These are all spells that I've been wanting to learn for some time. Fiery Grasp, Freezing Grasp. A lot of cool spells. A lot of cool spells. Supercharged sprites, I'm really interested. These are really cool. Flare Storm is also really cool. Let's do Flare Storm for now. So we're kind of running out of money. Awesome, 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 awesome. Oh my gosh. This episode is the talking to people and learning spells episode and testing them out. This is fun. I like this a lot. I hope you guys are enjoying this too. I'm having a blast. Just kind of trying things. All right, let's do a quick save here. We're gonna test out, oh, you know what? Maybe we should tell Anumla to just kind of wait somewhere. Because this might cause more problems for us. Anumla, where are you? Anumla, just wait here, okay?
Ready to get moving? Not a problem, brave adventurer. If there is one thing I do well...
Don't come running if you hear yells. I'm just practicing magic. So Fire Shell is 1, 2, 3, okay. Oh wow, we really fucked him up, huh? I'd like to spar with you. That is so cool. Let's do it again.
Thank you.
Nice. Let's do it again from third person. That was really cool. That is so fucking cool. Oh my gosh, it's so powerful and it's barely costing us any magicka. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Oh shit. Whoops. Sorry. We'll pretend like that didn't happen. But that is see, it's one of the coolest fucking spells ever. I love it so much. It's awesome. And it costs us so little magicka. Damn, it's powerful. That's amazing. All right, let's see if we can't learn the next one, which is Unbound. Oh, you know what? I actually really want to learn what was it? Spark Sprites? Something like that? Yeah, Spark Sprites sounds really fucking cool. Actually, no, it wasn't Spark Sprites that we got. It was the fire. I don't know what it was. Fire something or other. That's what we got. And I am excited to learn it. A lot of really cool spells. This is awesome. This is super cool. All right, she's still following me. I might tell her to wait in the, yeah, I think I'm gonna tell her to wait here in the Hall of Attainment. I think that's a good idea. All right, how about you chill out here?
Lead on, brave traveler. Not a problem, brave adventurer. If there is one thing I do well, it's standing guard.
Okay, let's learn Unbound Freezing. Study all night. Just further dig ourselves into the hole of having a weird sleep schedule. We are very hungry. Use our little telekinetic plate powers and continue studying. 10 hours? God damn. Hungry and tired, but that's not going to stop me. I'm going to try to finish it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's have a little food. Feeling better. I'll take that for now. Let's have a sleep. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and test out Unbounded Freezing. We'll wait till everybody is out of there. Okay. Let's go and just refresh ourselves really fast. Anamla is waiting. Good. Eat the bread loaf.
College is a bit of an oddity in
There we
Skyrim.
go.
Magic isn't something that's looked upon fondly here.
Favorite it. And we will go ahead and test out our new spell. This is the last thing we're going to test out. And then I think soon we're going to head out for more adventures. In the next episode, we're going to head out for more adventures. Not this one. We're running out of time here. I'm actually a little bit over time. But hopefully you guys don't mind too much. Oh, we still need to learn Poison Shell. Okay. So Unbound Freezing, put that on 5. Quick save. I'd like to spar. Oh, that's cool. It froze him. That's awesome, actually. Unbound Freezing. A freezing wind envelops the caster, knocking down nearby enemies and freezing them for 50 points of damage per second to health and stamina. Which, of course, because he's a ghost, that doesn't really mean much, but that's still pretty freaking cool. So let's do this. Let's do something fun. Let's hit him with this.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Whoa. What the fuck? Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting, actually. There we go. So wait a minute, this lightning defense training, ice spike defense training, firebolt. Okay, so out of curiosity, let's see here. Let's see just how much lightning. Oh, that's a pretty good amount, actually. There we go. And this was ice spike defense. It does help quite a bit. Doesn't make us invulnerable, but it's still helpful. And this would be fire. Naturally, this is doing the least amount of damage to us because we have our Dunmer, you know, our inherent resistance to fire. Makes sense. Let's drain him again. There we go. Nice. Very cool. Okay, there is one more spell that we have to learn. I lied. There is one more spell. And that would be the fire thingy. I forget what it's called, however. Let's take a seat here. Okay, Flare Storm. Gonna take us a long time, but that's okay. Okay, we'll have a little something. Where is it? All right, 5 more hours. Sounds good. And eat some more food. We have learned it. Very good. Perfect. All right. So, Flare Storm. Let's give it a shot. Torrent of flame that pursues foes. Very curious to see what it looks like. Flare Storm. Let's put it on 4. We'll put Unbound. Not a good idea to do that, actually. We'll do, this on 5. Quick save. Wow, that's crazy.
I long to taste battle again.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, that is cool. That's what it was. Holy shit. Wow, that's awesome. It cost me most of my magic, but damn is it powerful. Yeah, it cost me almost all my magicka. That's crazy, but that is super powerful. That's so cool. Oh my god. Let's do it again. Wow, it does an insane amount of damage. That is so freaking cool. All right, let's do Unbound Storms just one more time because I think it's the coolest spell ever. One more time. Nice. All right, well. There we go, I'll take your health. Thanks for that. All right, wow. That was so much fun. Look at us. Man, holy shit. We gained a lot of power in a very short period of time. I know it doesn't feel like a lot of time has passed, but Nerather has actually spent several days here at the college. Just training. Just learning. For reference, let's see here. Does it say, like... No, I don't think it says, like, the exact date. Oh, you know what we can do? Let's do a save here. Just so we can get some perspective on how long we've been here. And let's reload the beginning of the episode. So what? This is 31st of Frostfall. So 31st of Frostfall. The Dragon Priests of Skyrim worship Elduin, boosting his power over Tamriel. Illuminate all 8 priests to weaken the World Eater. Nerather doesn't know anything about that. Okay, so 31st of Frostfall. 26th of Frostfall. So he spent 5 days just studying and getting yeah, he just spent 5 days just kind of studying. And also, of course, talking to people and reading up on dragons, but mostly just growing his magical prowess. So, yeah, almost a whole week, and he's already become a lot more powerful. That's awesome. That is, however, what we're going to call it. In the next episode, we will set out on more adventures. We're probably going to see about, I don't know, maybe some Dwemer ruins. Maybe some Dwemer stuff. Actually, you know what? That is an excellent point. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Did we ever investigate the ruins of Arkingthams? That's right. That is a Dwemer ruin. That is a Dwemer ruin that Narathor knows about. Perhaps we'll set off to the west of Skyrim and check out Arkingthams. Ooh, that is tempting. That could be very fun. Oh, but we also have to go and do the whole Eldergleam thing, huh? Yeah. Okay, well, we have some new things to do. We have some new things on our plate, and I have plenty, and I'm gonna think about what to do next. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a more chill episode where we're just kind of talking to people, reading, and trying out some spells. But that'll do it for the day. Until the next episode, I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.